Okay, so this is another Command and Conquer video with skirmish mode, and this is a video of 3. Now the campaign mode, I'm gonna try to attempt to do without, looking up a guide, because I can pretty much do that anyway. But for the next phase, I'm gonna have to look up a guide. Maybe. But, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I'm also just bringing this up as an update. I mean, I was planning on doing some things, but then it just the mood I got out of the mood. I don't know if I'm gonna even enjoy this video. I mean, nothing's new on. I'm not feeling the energy or the motivation to want to watch a movie. I was gonna watch a movie, that didn't work out too well. Anyway, I have been trying to record for the past, I don't know how many days now since I started this in the office, and my screen has gotten worse. So if things get a little bit haywire, that's why. I mean, even worse than before. Because it's starting to play videos as well when I said no, or didn't really want to touch them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to focus here in this episode, but I'm not going to try to play for very long. But yeah, pretty much there's nothing on. I've got a headache, and I don't feel like playing like I should. It's not really good, because I can't enjoy anything. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow night. I mean, I am kind of doing it where I am enjoying some bit of peace where I can actually do it in my... That doesn't sound right. But where I can record in the place I've been recording for a while now. And that was a shop. But in here, I'm in an office where I have a little bit more leeway. Like, if I want to leave, I can. I don't have to, whatever. So, oh, that's a little loud. And I went ahead and paused the game a little bit so that I could put on some cheats. Why? Because I'm in skirmish mode. I would do it the same thing in campaign mode. Why? Because, well, it's gonna be the same thing, really. I mean, even the only difference is that even though I might have the cheat code on, it's not gonna give me a whole lot to work with. So it'll be the same as usual. Like, some missions might, take slow progress because it takes a while to get through things. And that's just the thing. Iron Curtain is a thing that...
Building.
Is on both sides. Most of the things you see in this game are on both sides. Now, that don't mean anything for the campaign mode, because it is just something else. I don't know what you gotta do to unlock things. You might have to beat the game. I have no idea most games you have to do that. I'm no expert at beating the campaign mode because I've had some tough trials and enters. I mean, it's just a real pain. Like, you would not believe how much of a pain most of the missions are. This is just a survival mission. That's a survival mission too. But the difference is that well, actually not much difference, except for in terms of like what you can build and how you know you can either choose to go after them or whatever, but it's just certain ways you gotta do it. And then in one mission, I know that, or for whatever reason, I don't really want to play this till I get through some more blind appeased, or not, blind games, because I'm gonna tell you what, I have to say that to be a true professional at guiding people, the whole idea is to um, lead people through games, not speed run them or whatever. Some of the things anymore are just useless because people live stream. Does nobody do regular videos anymore?
Construction complete.
I mean, my question is that because I'll be honest with you, I just don't see a
I'm trusted. Charging.
that. Oh, and by the way, if you have that on here, you can also protect some of your enemies. You can't protect all buildings, but sometimes the game can lag or it glitches where you can protect some buildings, but not all of them. So that's kind of a thing. I've had that. I mean, I'm not gonna swear to you what versions or whatever. It just happens. If it happens, it happens. You'd be really lucky. So, and I have not been lucky enough to. That's what I'm looking for.
Building.
Take advantage of trying to capture the enemy forces because, well, I could do it, but there would have been no point. The point that I need to do, and I cannot stress this enough, is to be able to take over them when they have certain equipment that I need. You know, taking over war factories, I think is what you gotta do. Barracks, stuff like that. Or, no, I don't know. No, no, I don't know. So, you could build like 2 nuclear silos, but there's not much point in doing that. In fact, you can build as many things you want to, but there's not much point in doing that. Beyond the use of like Tesla coils, like regular armors and SAM sites. Um, you know, airfields. There's only a point of making 2 of them because you can only use. There's 2 different kinds of planes. And the thing about the Allied side is that they actually have something that allows you to reveal the map. I think you can do something about that in Soviet, but you can't do it like fully like they can. The satellite just shoots up this missile and then boom, the entire map is free and clear. Now I can't swear that about for the enemy since they're I think they're still kind of blinded or whatever. For whatever reason. And I would definitely leave some room for like taking over
construction option. Building.
some buildings. It's a shame there's not a cheat code that says that once you take them, or if you can even be both.
Construction complete.
I think there was one at one time, but I think it like corrupted the game or something. I can't remember. So, okay. Alright. Let's see. I really can't post that there, can I? Well. If I do that, my stuff will get blocked off. Yeah. Let's just do it anyway. I'm gonna only build one.
On hold. Cancel.
And you generally typically want to build them in safer environments where they're kind of surrounding the whole base, where they're kind of down below, but the base has to be down below too. It's not easy to do.
Select target. A-bomb launch detected.
A-bomb launch detected. I am the MVP of a billion voices, Local Chan. Do I really care? Ah, here we go. This is what I mean. I forgot about that. There's something else I was thinking of and I can't remember what it was, but like you can reveal the kind of map.
Select target.
Select target.
Unit ready.
Now you can make as many units as you want to, and it's more those as well as more useful that way than it would be to make certain buildings. I mean, you can make one ore factory if you want to.
Select target. Building. Building. Training.
I think you can get a grenadier on the ally side, but it's not an easy thing.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Training. Unit ready. On hold. Training. Unit ready.
Yeah, we just build a mega attack plane.
Unit
Then we're
ready.
going to do this.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Building.
These are the
Unit
kind
ready.
of things that are kind of useless, so to build because they're only useful if you have other enemies where they can auto detect them. Even the other submarines can auto detect them, but they're more potent, I guess. I don't know. It's actually doing something. Those things will, but it's like an auto defense system.
Unit ready. Building. Training. Select target. Building.
There's a good way to reveal stuff. You might lose troops, but
Select target. Unit ready.
I'd say it's worth it to open up the map.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Reporting.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed. Very well. Very well. At once. At once. Very well.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Building.
Demolition truck and mat truck. There's not much difference between the two.
Select target. Unit ready.
Now, since we landed on that island down there, what we want to do is check over here because there
Select
should be
target.
something in this direction. And if they're all the same, there's not much point even bothering to take over. Yeah. Okay, so they're all the same. They all have the same thing as we do. That is not good. You always want to start a map at least where they have a difference, even if it's a couple of them, so that you can take over that said deal. Let's say you started as allies. Well, you want to take over a Soviet type base, you know. So I can go ahead and just wipe them
Unit
all
ready.
out.
Building. Training. Unit ready.
I'm gonna go ahead and wipe them out. I can do that mostly with the nuclear capabilities, so that I can wipe down at least some of their defenses. Yeah, let's see how long we're recording. We'll give it a little bit longer, I guess. Ah, here's the problem.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Now, this mine layer is only good for one thing only: to stop enemies from attacking your base. That and another thing as well.
Awaiting orders.
So, it's basically a fortification because of
Acknowledged.
the mission. These little guys,
Yes, sir.
you want to have them get on a boat
Acknowledged.
and basically wipe out the enemy.
Select target.
Now that we know where these guys are going to be, I could basically take them out. Now,
Building.
if I had allies sub-equipment, I could absolutely take down a lot of their defenses as well. While I'm waiting on nuclear to help it, because the nuclear does as much as it can do. And that is about it.
Building. Select
I'm gonna
target.
go ahead and take these jokers down.
A-bomb launch detected.
I didn't do much, did it?
Training.
That's okay, because in the next round we'll probably knock them down.
Unit ready.
Now it says enemy structure, but you can't take over those. There's buildings you just cannot take over, like that, you know, turrets and stuff like that.
Unit ready.
I think there's like other games like this that you can do that, but I can't swear to it. So it wouldn't do me no good to even try to swear about that since I don't play them. This is the only one I've ever been able to get my hands on. Now I can take a fleet
Building. Unit
of these
ready.
guys and
Unit
just take down
ready.
what I can, and it'll be great. Let me go ahead and get another one of these guys going. And we'll...
Training.
You know, it's pretty bad when the enemy can make a Tanya, no matter whether it's allied or them. And that's just because it's the AI. But it's not too terribly bad if you know what you're doing. So it kind of sucks to kind of take her down. She's supposed to be one of the good guys, I guess, which I don't really understand. I mean, you'd think there would be like a Snanya or something because it's the AI, it's the enemy.
Unit ready.
And I'll tell you this. Don't worry about it saying enemy structure
Unit
because,
ready.
like, that right there, right here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Enemy structure. Let me alone. Hold on. Yeah, but pretty much it's an oil refinery.
Unit
I don't
ready.
know why I don't just say enemy war refinery or something. You know. Anyway. So, um, ah,
Select target. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
alright.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
I lost an enemy.
Ready and waiting. Very well.
If you manage to successfully take out this thing, yeah, it's pretty much game over for them.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Training. Unit ready.
What's up? Let's rock. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
That would be bad. If I did that right now, it would completely wipe out my base. Mm-hmm.
Unit ready.
Maybe. I should say.
Building.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now?
Building.
Building up my
Unit
forces
ready.
also helps too. And like some
Yes,
people,
sir.
they make separate channels for vlogs, a lot of classics and stuff like that. Like for Nintendo, all that
Unit ready.
junk. No, I don't do that. If I play new games and whatnot, I will do here. That's about all I'm going to do. So what we want to do now
Affirmative.
is just make a big old game over for them by taking out their money. I can rebuild it, but if we take them all out and then try to go for their, uh, that's what that says, but it's an actual command center, I believe. So. Now, what I should do is get them to build something. Mobile construction vehicle, which means
Building.
if it lands, it would definitely, wherever it goes to, it makes a base. And this is what you're going to find out. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's like a, yeah, it's a construction yard. Okay.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
And if you try to interfere with them, anytime, it pretty much takes off the heat from most of the places, if you can do it in time. But there's no guarantee you won't get there in time before a lot of damage has been done. So that pretty much sums that.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And if you want to take over as well, or it's recommended to do that where you don't have to do that, but take that one of those back over there and take any spot that's empty, and just start invading like crazy.
Select
You could
target.
take over their buildings, but there's not much point when you already have the same of it. Same technology. But it's up to you. Me, I prefer to take over bases like basically the Allied base.
A-bomb launch detected. Unit ready.
What sucks about the AI as well is that they will create 2 barracks and 2 garages. You don't need to do that. The only reason to do that is if you're trying to move in even closer to the enemy. That's the only reason to do that. Otherwise, you know, and then you got to get rid of the other one because it's just going to be like, why are you doing that? Or if you're going to surround the enemy, you know. That's, I just don't, I don't understand it. So right now I'm in the middle of trying to wipe out these guys. And it doesn't matter who I start with. I can even just kind of start on one and then focus on the next. But, you know. See? The stupidest things that AI can do.
Yes, sir.
If you wait long enough, they will build up another one of those, but they never take over the ocean. Even in campaign mode, you know, just depending on what's going on, you know, they just don't even care.
Acknowledged.
They really don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Now, if you care about the base, so you can take some more time, try not to use a nuke on it. Even if it's you're trying to take over the said base, that's what I would recommend doing. But hey, you know, it's whatever. You can approach it however you want to. And in campaign mode, they don't give you the very option to do nukes. I don't know. There might be a mission that would allow it, but you know, otherwise, and I haven't seen not one time where you can actually use, where there's a cheat code that says, "Okay, you have the ability to make that ability." You know, because they always got to limit you. So in any case,
Unable to comply. Building in progress. On hold.
I'm not gonna make another one. I'm gonna make at least one helipad since, well,
Building. Select target.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
since they're all the same anyway, I might as well do that.
Unit ready.
And another thing is you got to be careful about your subs and whatnot when they get too close, because if they get too close, they're able to you know, take them out with whatever, or tanks or whatever. Yeah, you got to make sure that they're close enough, but not too close.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
The thing about boats and stuff, they can only attack what's close. So if it's a far away target, they're not going to be able to fire. They'll just be surrounding. And the thing about boats from the Allies, they'll continue to, fire if they're close enough by. They don't have an automated defense boat that will attack.
Select target.
That's hidden, I mean. The hell?
Reinforcements have arrived. Construction option.
The one thing about them taking down your bigger airplanes, yeah, they'll always respond. Not respond, but respawn. Each and every time that you can reset, because otherwise, if they didn't do that, you'd be sunk. Including if they were able to take out your spy plane, it'll respawn.
Awaiting orders.
So never worry about that.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
No.
Building.
Now you can attack with these guys, but it's not very easy. You have to make them actually forcefully attack if you want. And that should have never happened.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
The only reason they even have a big old fleet is to even take down enemies.
Acknowledged.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Since we have them on the ropes, there's not much point in using a nuclear.
Select target. A-bomb launch detected. Select target.
The thing about nukes is there is no way to stop them from coming in. Oh wow, I took out their base of operations. I didn't mean to do that. Oh wow, okay. That should have never happened. Okay. Oh, the others are definitely gonna die. Alright, well, as much as fun as that was, I mean, I am having a little bit of fun now that I'm kind of seeing a little bit of motivation, but I will see you all later. Wow, this has been going on too long. Oh, God. Wow, just because I was silent most of the time. Alright, well, I'll see y'all later. Until then.